Welcome back. Thank you for watching. And have you ever thought, you know, maybe we should just quit our jobs and travel the world? That's what you do. You need to meet these two. The pictures, you guys, by the way, nice to meet you. I'm Erik.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Well. Yes.
The pictures that we see of you guys, you look like you are having so much fun, because is that literally what you did? Is quit your full-time jobs and say, we're going to travel the world? How did that come about? Can we start there?
Sure. So 3.5 years ago, we said we were going to quit our corporate jobs, rent out our home, and travel the world. I mean, we'd always thought about this, right? We came home from our honeymoon, and we were so sad. Like, can we just travel the world forever? Can we write stories? Can we tell stories? Can we be on camera and do it all?
Right.
And how? That's just not possible. That's not.
So wait a minute. So this was in the euphoria of your honeymoon.
Yeah.
This already has the makings of like a made-for-TV movie already. Like, really, you guys are like, this was such a great idea. We should just keep doing it. But see, when people have that idea, they don't actually do it.
Right.
But you did.
Yes.
How? If you don't, we don't need the ins and outs, of course. But I mean, really, how did you do it?
I mean, fortunately, we were very lucky that we were saving for a second home. So we had a savings. So a lot of people were like, I want to travel the world, but it costs money. So we had that hurdle. We had to overcome that. But basically, the biggest thing was fear setting. So we went through, and as we went through this process and decided that we were going to travel the world, we wrote down all of our fears. And then we went through this process where we said, okay, what's the chance of that happening? What's the worst case scenario? And if that does actually happen, how can we correct that fear? And when you get all those fears out of your head and onto paper, they're really not that big.
But that's a very analytical approach to something that's very like, you know, travels like this, right? You know, like, oh, it's beautiful, and we're in our swimsuits and the sun, but yet you really approach this as, dare I say, a business.
Yes.
I mean, right off the bat, right?
Well, actually, no, it wasn't. At the beginning, the entire purpose was to travel the world, because we realized there's no better time than now to go take a trip around the world.
Got it.
Because nothing is guaranteed. Your health isn't guaranteed. Your life isn't guaranteed. So we said, you know what? The stoplights in life are never all green. That's a quote that was stolen from someone else.
Who are you two?
Tim Ferriss and Ralph Potts.
Oh my gosh,
Yes. Go listen to that podcast.
Got it. Okay, got it.
And so we just said, let's do it. And yes, you know, the timing wasn't perfect, but we took the risk. And we said, we planned for 7 months, and we said we're just going to travel the world, and then we'll go back to our jobs.
But then what happened?
Well,
I'm on the edge of my seat. I need popcorn for this. This is ridiculous. Okay, then what happened?
So we were in Bali, Indonesia at that moment.
As you do.
I had a job offer in Los Angeles to go back to basically the lives that we were leading previously.
Got it.
And we said, we don't want to do that. We're two smart people. We can figure out how to turn this into a business. We love what we're doing. We love telling stories. We love creating videos. How can we do this as a business?
Right.
Let's put our heads down and figure it out. We're already living as cheaply as possible.
Right.
Less than $150 a day, out of our backpacks. Let's figure it out, right?
Has it taken a toll on your marriage?
well, I mean, if you're going to spend every day,
his answer. Let's just what? What was that?
just like with any relationship,
right?
You have to learn how to communicate, and because we're with each other almost every single day, our communication has become next level, really, because you have to. And did that come easy? No, there were some learning curves along the way, but you know what? It's something special, and we figured it out, and we're very happy because of it.
You know, and not only is that cool, but the other thing I really like is, first of all, the camera doesn't lie. And there is a certain percentage of people watching right now, and you've made them completely and utterly sick. And I love that, because you're the real thing. And it's really hard to do what you do.
Yes.
So anybody watching out there, maybe sitting at their desk, watching with the earbuds on, going, I want to do that, what would you tell them?
Well, what we like to say is don't be afraid to take a risk.
Got
and like, you know, I'll go back to the same quote. The stoplights in life are never all green. So that doesn't mean quitting your job. It could just mean asking that special someone out for a date. It could mean asking for a promotion. It could mean taking those days on vacation and taking that trip that's just a 2-hour drive away. It doesn't mean a trip around the world. So taking small steps and taking the risk and changing up your life a little bit, it could end up something better.
I don't conduct too many interviews where I literally am just like, I don't have a follow-up. Do you two have sisters that are single? I mean, this is ridiculous. This is crazy. What's the name of the blog so we can go, the website, all that stuff?
Yeah.
It's Roamaroo, spelled Roamaroo. Like two kangaroos roaming around the world. And one more thing, if I could say.
You can. This is your interview.
Because this is what we wanted to talk about in general with the world, is when you're 70 years old and you're looking back at your life and you're in your rocking chair.
Some of us closer to 70 than others. We don't know pictures. No, we don't need no names.
You want to just be proud of the story that you told for your kids, for your grandkids, for your spouse, but most importantly for yourself. And you don't want to look back with any regrets. And we thought about that together and we said, this is what we want out of life. Let's try it. What's the worst that could happen?
It seems to me you guys could have decided to open a car dealership if you wanted to and made it successful, but you opted for travel, which makes me very happy. Yes. Are you going to bring the children on the road with you if you decide to go down that road?
We will cross that bridge when we get to it. But you know what?
And he's from Switzerland, so that works out well. Perfect. This guy, perfect.
But we've met plenty of people who have done the same exact thing.
Agreed.
And so it's not impossible to do. A lot of people think, oh, well, you're going to have kids, you got to go back to normal jobs. If we do, we can get them travel. Just strap them up and go on the road. For the first few years,
just strap them up. Sure. Oh my God! Just the thought of that makes me nauseous. But it's so true. But it is true. Yes, you're like travel evangelists. That's what you are.
Travel evangelists.
I love
it was
that.
good to meet you.
So nice
I'm
to
so
meet you.
glad we got to
Nice
hang
to
out in
meet you too.
Scottsdale.
Yes. That was great.
Website, one more time, right there.
Sure.
Roamaroo.com.
Doesn't get any easier than that. Thank you for this, and thank you for watching.